into the ring, the bell's about to chime. Turnbuckle Talk, we're here to shine. Flagship on the airwaves, leading the pack. Breaking news reviews, we've got your back. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat. From AEW to WWE, we cover it all from A to Z. Interviews, insights, and match reviews. If it's wrestling news, we've got the clues. From the squared circle to the backstage news, we bring stories that you can't refuse. Turnbuckle Talk, the voice of the fight. Every slam, every suplex, every highlight. Tune in weekly, don't miss a beat. For the latest in wrestling, we bring the heat.
Today is a day where someone says, I want more. Today we are taking a look at the dealings of Nattie Neidhart and what she believes she can bring to the table moving forward, not necessarily after a career within the ring, but even so, as of right now. I am Carl Carafell. I'm joined alongside Chris Best and OM Dynamic for this edition of Turnbuckle Talk, episode number 490. Nattie wants more. Next creative powerhouse? Well, she could very well be. Guys, I am happy to be here, considering it seems to be not as frequent anymore with the shoot job, with the baby on the way and having to work. But I am so happy to be here with you guys. How are you both doing?
Doing very well today, thank you, brother. It's always a pleasure to have you back on the show. We know it doesn't happen often, as you touched on, with the shoot job, of course, about to become a dad for the third time. And, you know, I couldn't be more happy for you, brother. But we love having you here, and we always miss the banter you bring.
Yeah, we always look at this show, Turnbuckle Talk. It's your baby. And as you know, when I'm in the private chat with you, Carl, about running the shows, I'm always like, are you okay with this story? If it's a story that I'm not sure with, I go straight to you when it comes to those, you know?
Right. Yeah, and I mean, we have our chat program that is available for that, for us to talk about different stories. And, you know, even for everyone that is out there, anytime that you feel that you have a story that you think is newsworthy that you would like to hear us talk about here on Turnbuckle Talk, shoot us an email. Shoot us an email at turnbucklestudios@gmail.com. That is probably the easiest way for you to get a hold of us, or just go to our website, turnbucklestudios.org. Right there, you have a plethora of different options available for you. Please go and check out the website, turnbucklestudios.org. We're going to jump right into a little bit of news that we have heard. We actually had a couple of different articles of this, Mr. Best. I believe you had put a couple of different articles out there for this, and this is in regards to Australia through the year 2028. What can you tell me when it comes to the WWE and expanding partnerships with Western Australia?
Yeah, so this was a partnership that was formally announced on Raw last night, where the WWE has announced that WrestlePalooza will be coming to Perth on December 12th, which was the date that we all suspected was going to be the John Cena Classic, because we had heard rumblings of something happening on December 12th. But that obviously did not end up being the case, as now WWE and the country of Australia have now struck a 3-year deal, which will see one PLE event per year go to anywhere within Australia. I believe Perth will more than likely be the biggest option.
Right.
And we're going to see whole weekend events as well during those PLEs. So we're going to see obviously the SmackDown and the Monday and the Raw afterwards. They're going to be bringing their world event, their WWE the World events over there. There's going to be a whole bunch of different things that are going to be happening within the WWE universe over the next 3 years that pertain to Australia. And I, for one, I'm excited about this because I love the Australian audience when they go there.
G'day, mate. We got somebody who actually lived there for a little while. What can you tell us there, OM Dynamic?
I am really, really excited for this. We know we have seen the tremendous success that the Perth events have had, starting with Elimination Chamber a couple of years ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I would really, really like to see as a result of this, and we see it on the road to the Royal Rumble and the road to WrestleMania like they do with that European tour, do a 2-week or a 3-week European tour. You've got Melbourne, you've got Adelaide, you've got Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
Australia has truly become a new hotbed for up-and-comers. I mean, if we take a look at the Iconics, our new NXT champion, Grayson Waller.
Yep.
Rhea Ripley.
Right.
Zarya. So you can do this tour. And I'm even going to say this. Elimination Chamber was the start. This is really the continuation. But I'm going to say this. I would love to see WrestleMania or SummerSlam in Australia at one of the outdoor cricket stadiums.
Okay.
To do this and to carry it on. Whether it's the Melbourne Cricket Ground, whether you go to the outdoor stadium in Perth, I can't remember the name offhand. War Games. There. And you make these, and you do one of these 2-night events.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think SummerSlam would be off the table for Australia, considering it's winter when SummerSlam happens in Australia. You can call it Winter Slam.
Yeah. I guess you could. But yeah, this is essentially just a continuation. As said previously already, Elimination Chamber was in Perth in 2024. Crown Jewel happened in Perth in 2025. And just to give you an idea, collectively, those two events attracted tens of thousands of visitors and people from outside Western Australia and generated more than 58 million Aussie dollars for the state's economy. That's alone, those two events generating more than 58 million Aussie dollars is insane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And then let's not forget, you've got New Zealand.
Yep.
And isn't there another island that it's home to a certain bloodline that's right around there?
It could very well be.
And not to mention, there's a certain country from which Shinsuke Nakamura lives. It's not hard for the Japanese to get to Australia either.
Absolutely. You do have Asia right there. So you can turn this into a huge 2 to 3 month tour easily. And you're adding to that world.
So now this one that is upcoming is actually a 3-event situation. It's going to be Friday, December 11th for SmackDown, the Saturday, December 12th for WrestlePalooza, and then December 14th for Monday Night Raw. Those go on sale for anyone that is in that area Thursday, September 10th at 10 a.m. I'm guessing Aussie West Standard Time, AWST.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest, but that's what I would assume that it would be. How amazing for them to be able to get that, to be able to have, 3 events essentially, and they can buy combo tickets for that as well. I mean, you guys last week had talked about, the events that are coming here, right? Are coming close enough to us, about 4 hours away from us. So like for us, we're going to travel the 4 hours to go see NXT. Well, just the same here for all of them. They're going to be taking that time to travel and go and see these events as well. I wonder if NXT came close enough to where Bobby Batito is, if he would go to an NXT show, because he's here in the chat with us, and I know he loves the professional wrestling. Bobby, it is good to see you in the chat. I appreciate you, my friend. It's been a bit, and I'm very happy to say welcome to Turnbuckle Talk.
And Mr. Best, you alluded to, we discussed this last week, and we heard that potentially the John Cena Classic happens on December 12th. With this 3-show weekend, could we see the John Cena Classic culminate over the Friday and the Saturday with the crowning officially taking place on Monday Night Raw?
I'm going to say no, because I think the John Cena Classic needs to be its own thing. I'm sure this does happen on the week of the anniversary of John Cena's retirement, but I think you can wait till maybe a week, maybe I was going to say 2 weeks, but that brings us to Christmas. I was going to say maybe wait till a week after, perhaps, for the American audience, because typically when they do these overseas events, they usually do a major event over here for us to enjoy as well. I'm not sure if that's a pattern I'm noticing, but I have noticed something like that. But going with this event in Perth, it makes me happy to see that this is happening, because I know that WWE is not just looking at the city of Perth as far as tourism dollars go, but I know that they're looking at the surrounding area for all the people that can go. And I'm talking about, like, even if you live over in Sydney, Australia, take a road trip and go to this show.
Yeah.
Do it. And I think what this partnership over the next 3 years could do is it could allow the WWE to look at other Australian cities to go and visit. And again, that's where Sydney comes into play. That's where Melbourne could come into play as well.
Well, and I believe it was a number of years ago when they first really started traveling to do one international show over there. And it wasn't a crown jewel, but it was a super showdown that they did, I believe, in Adelaide, which was where I lived.
Mm-hmm.
And is the home of both Rhea Ripley and Zarya.
Yeah. Very cool for them. I am super happy for them. It's absolutely fantastic to be able to see that it is coming outside of North America again and being able to be brought to all of these different places as well. Now, I just want to give everybody a little updates. You know, we have talked a little bit about the John Cena Classic. Well, during an event panel at Fan Expo Canada this past weekend, we got a little bit more information from John Cena himself. He says, and I quote, "As far as the John Cena Classic goes, I can't say nothing right now, normally, so I don't want to leave you without an answer. Normally, I would say we're figuring out the details. I'll say this. We have all the details. You just got to hang in there with me because they want me to keep it a secret until the time or until it's time to say it. But we got a lot of information we're going to dump on you. It just ain't going to be today. I'm very excited about it. I really am. I really am excited. So that's coming straight from John Cena during a panel at Fan Expo Canada this past weekend. That's all we've got. Be patient.
All right.
Right? Coming right from
Yep.
John Cena himself.
Straight from the horse's mouth. You gotta
And that's what's great about this is that, you know, on the fly, we can give you this information, you know, especially when we're like awake enough to do so. And with that, if you need to find yourself with a little bit of a boost, a little bit of some smooth energy, little coffee fruit extract with some vitamins and amino acids to help your brain perform a little bit, maybe lock in and conquer whatever task you got that you're going to be grinding through for the day. No sugars, just clean energy that you can feel good about, well, you need to check out W.GG. W.GG is a sponsor of our program here. We want you to go and try them out. We're going to give you a discount that we can give for you. It may not seem like a lot, but I can tell you it is definitely going to help you out. I personally love the Dragonade. You guys, please go and check out W.GG. Use our promo code TB Studios for 10% off. Right there for you. Use code TB Studios for that 10%. And as we come back here, we want to thank everybody for being part of Turnbuckle Studios and Turnbuckle Talk and everything that we do here collectively as a group. We have so many different things that are going on during the week, and we want to make sure that each and every one of you knows what is happening. Give us just a quick little commercial, because here is what there is.
Turnbuckle Studios and the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program bring you the week of streams. All times are in Eastern Time. Monday nights, we survey the scene with the Raw Patrol at 8 p.m. Tuesday brings you the flagship show, Turnbuckle Talk, at 8:05 p.m. Wednesday, we play games with the PlayStation Showcase at 8 p.m. We then come back to life with Respawn Protocol at 9:30 p.m. Thursday, we start the day off with Words with Open Mat Sessions at 12:15 p.m. Then we unleash the beast with Xbox Showcase at 9 p.m. Friday, we lay Tough It Down with the SmackDown Security Detail at 8 p.m. The night isn't over as we have Respawn Protocol at 10:45 p.m. The weekend brings you Saturday Night Gaming at 8 p.m. Only to watch you jump with the Fear Reel at 10:15 p.m. On Sunday, we get wired with the Chris Parrish podcast at 12:15 p.m. Only to get educated with the Locker Room's Wrestling Recap at 7 p.m. Completing your visit with Open Mat Sessions at 9:15 p.m. Don't forget PLE Patrol and other watch party streams can happen at any time, so all weekend programming is subject to change. Be part of the shows and join the chat every day. You can always check out all of the latest episodes on turnbucklestudios.org/shows. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and use TV Studios at checkout when visiting W.GG. Now all you have to do is tap in.
And ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and there is something for you each and every night of the week. You can find those by going to the shows, but we want you to meet the team behind those shows. Mr. Best, myself, Bubba Duke, Logan Thompson, Chris Parrish, and the Godfather, Carl Carafel. Click on our individual links to get our socials and watch our latest weekly live episodic programs. All of that and more, turnbucklestudios.org.
Joe, thank you so much for coming into the chat. We see you there. Thank you very much. Saying, hey guys, good to see you. Love having you here in the chat, talking along with us. We want to get into, I think what I want to do is maybe do another little piece of some maybe kind of sort of WWE news, but maybe not really. We're just talking about the WWE's parent company in this avenue instead, and something that they became over the past weekend. We are talking about TKO. The parent company becomes a minority shareholder in the DAZN streaming platform. Now, this here is a huge thing. If you don't know what DAZN essentially is a streaming platform that carries a lot of different products that are available on the show as well. Now we're looking at stuff like the NFL is on there. We've got Everpass Media that is with them as well. They do different sports. They do different sports teams. They work with them very closely. So I mean, they're looking at strengthening their streaming services. They've acquired in 2026 the streaming rights for New York-based teams like the Yankees and the New York Knicks just a couple of months ago, and they're looking at maybe acquiring some more of those similar rights to other people or other things across the actual country, right? But this one here kind of maybe caught us off guard a little bit. Oh, who has a little bit more information on that? OM Dynamic, do you have more info on that?
I do not actually.
Okay.
But I'm wondering if this is sort of being done as a countermeasure to one of the reports that we talked about last week, which was the controversy, I guess, with ESPN and potentially ESPN wanting out of the deal that they have over the next 5 years.
Okay. It's a possibility. Best, do you have info on this? Have you had any insights?
Yeah, I'm actually going to counter what Dan or OMD had said there, because there have been no reports of ESPN wanting to back out of the deal. Those are just rumors that are floating around right now. But what I do see here, is that DAZN did become TKO did purchase a minority stake in DAZN here, and I'm wondering, DAZN has become like the one-stop shop for all of your sports viewing needs, basically. Whether it's the NFL, the NBA, I think NHL may find their way there at some point. MLB probably will as well. TKO is already there, already has stuff on there with the UFC and whatnot. I'm very curious with this minority stakeholder thing. Would they still have a say in the products that they want to put on there, or would that be still put to a vote? That's what I'm curious about here, because I'm not quite sure what they mean by that.
Understandable. So here's the information that I have. It says that from what I'm reading here from Wrestling Inc., thank you very much to them for the information here for us from Eric Mutter. I appreciate that. It says, despite being part of the deal and now having a stake with DAZN, TKO and WWE by association appear to be a minor part of the story overall, connected only through EverPass. So by purchasing the media company, which has served as the distributor for the NFL Sunday Ticket sports package since its formation, DAZN is looking to continue its growth into the commercial space, as EverPass specializes in selling and providing the infrastructure to deliver those events to bars, hotels, and other commercial venues. So from what I am understanding here is that TKO became a minority shareholder in DAZN alongside Redbird Capital Partners and the NFL through the 32 equity investment firms. After DAZN acquired EverPass Media. So I don't think that people are really doing the dig and looking into these things. So they've really only become a minority shareholder in this by association because of the purchase of EverPass that delivers events to bars, hotels, and commercial venues.
Okay, so that to me says that there is a small possibility that WWE events like PLEs, such as WrestlePalooza, like we just talked about, could be picked up if you're at a hotel, if you're at a bar, or if you're at a restaurant.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's not in the immediate future for DAZN at this point.
Right. Yeah, it's sounding like, as we discussed earlier this year when there was that controversy around WrestleMania and Elimination Chamber of the watch parties. And now maybe that's what this just allows for, that is those watch parties to happen within a certain distance, or maybe even at certain establishments.
Right. So we're going to continue to follow this story, at least because this could be huge for those watch parties, especially around the large pay-per-view or PLE. My apologies, around the large PLE at times. So we will definitely keep an eye on that. And I mean, how great for everyone involved, especially if something like this does happen, for them to be able to have a better way and a proven system and way for them to get into all these other bars and commercial establishments. That's fantastic. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking to see what more comes from that as well, because there could be lots that comes from that. I mean, just as much stuff can be there as there is over in a merchandise section as well, where we actually have our own merchandise.
The Turnbuckle Studios store is open for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Get the merch and represent the best from the shows you watch on a weekly basis. Multiple styles to choose from with over 10 products available. Don't get left out and pick up all your favorites today. Find us at turnbucklestudios.org.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program, and we implore you to please check out our shop. It is powered by redbubble.com and is 100% safe and secure. Support your favorite shows and your favorite podcasters. Wear what we wear. All of the proceeds come back into our studios to bring you a better experience. And when you make that purchase, tag us on the socials. Send us an email. Let us know what you bought. We'll give you a shout out live on air during one or more of our weekly programs.
I think we're going to now switch over a little bit, and we're going to take things to the new level where diamond standards are the way of the world. Yeah, we're combining a couple of things here, but we had a couple of returns, I guess we could say. Maybe not necessarily a return to the same company that one was with before, but we now see that two companies have acquired some former champions to add to their rosters. The first one we're talking about is Tessa Blanchard, who has officially been signed with Major League Wrestling. And then, yes, you're kind of seeing on the screen there alongside Tessa, the Pancake People with the AEW logo in behind. All because it's been officially official that All in London, Kofi and Austin made their way and are part now of AEW. Guys, both of these, for me, honestly, huge. I absolutely love it.
I'm with you for all three of these people. I'm wrestling with the name, the new level, honestly, with Kofi and Austin, because I'm just like, I get it because they are gamers. They're very well known within the gaming community as well as the wrestling community. But I'm like, why the new level? Why? I don't know. Like in my brain, I'm like the name Next Level actually works because I'm thinking if you want to join the next level, you got to beat us or something like that. Or if you want to beat the next level, you got to beat us or something like that. But I'm happy for them. It was not a surprise for me that they were coming over to AEW. I kind of expected that. It was either that or I thought TNA would have been the other option for them. But having them in AEW, dude, the amount of experience that they come with the amount of teams that are there, unreal. They have that new level or that next level of experience that they can show all the younger tag teams that are there, and good on them for that one. And Tessa Blanchard showing up in MLW, that is the perfect place for her because she is a workhorse, and MLW prides itself on wrestlers who are strictly workhorse wrestlers. And that is the perfect place for her to be. Yeah,
she is the workhorse. She is the grappler. maybe the best technical female wrestler outside of Deonna Purrazzo at this
Thank
point.
you. Yep.
So I love this for Tessa. We know that she had her issues that led to her requesting her release from TNA. And that's okay. This didn't have anything to do with what happened 10 years ago.
Right.
This was a new situation. To see the new level in AEW was definitely weird to see the clip, but that clip of all of the tag teams in the ring to showcase the division after the tag team championship match was just inspiring.
Right. Because it's huge.
It is. And I actually do like the name The New Level, because it is a new level. They are raising the level for everybody. And that's not the only, those aren't the only two big signings. I don't know if either of you guys saw last week. TNA had a new addition to their Knockouts division. One Zoe Serrano.
Yes. Or Zoe Stark, as others may know her as.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And when it comes to Zoe, I'm happy to see her on my screen again because just like Carl likes Deonna Purrazzo, I like my Zoe Stark.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. I mean, we all have to have that person that, you know, that we find formidable and that just kind of makes us want to be part of what they're doing, right? And I mean, for me, yes, that is Deonna Purrazzo, 1000%. On the male side of things, for me, that is Killer Cross. I will follow that guy no matter what company he goes to because I believe in who he is and what he does. So very, very cool in that respect as well. For Tessa, I just want to put it out there that we found out Monday in an interview with TMZ. That's how we found out. TMZ is inside the ring. She revealed that she joined MLW. She's going to make her debut at Fightland on September 12th in Charleston, South Carolina. This is what she says. She says, heavy is the crown, but legacy isn't handed to you. It's forged under pressure. I've earned my place as one of the best in the world at what I do, but I'm not coming to MLW to rest on the Blanchard name. MLW is bringing some of the purest, hardest hitting action in the sport today, and the undeniable diamond belongs right at the top of it. So coming in, not even in their company yet, not even made her debut yet, and she is already putting her name up at the top, saying that she deserves and belongs to be right up at the top. Good for her. Yeah. What a way to go into it and show and tell everybody that you are here and you mean business.
And my favorite thing about that quote too is Tessa saying that she's shedding the Blanchard name. She doesn't want to be known as the daughter of Tully Blanchard. She wants to carve her own niche in MLW. I love that.
Yeah, I love the fact that she is taking the nepotism out. She wants it to be her own merit.
Right. She didn't necessarily say that. She said that she's not coming to rest on the Blanchard name. Not saying that she's shedding the name, but just that she's not coming there to take what she wants based on the name.
Yeah. And that's what I mean by shedding what Tully had done and carving her own niche with the Blanchard name still.
Right. Now, when it comes to the new level, Kofi and Austin Creed, they made their debut all in London. They were part of the wild card entrance. They were the last team to enter the match with Swerve Strickland. I almost messed up Swerve. I don't know why. Swerve Strickland first made his way out, and then the new level made their way out, only for the three of them to go on to become the new trios champions. What?
The only thing I really didn't like, and I knew we were all anticipating the new level's arrival in AEW, but I looked at where Swerve's character is at,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that maybe, just maybe, the Hurt Syndicate might be a better fit for that.
Maybe. But the Hurt Syndicate already has enough people.
They do.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm not really sure where Swerve Strickland's character was going, because I have a hard time following AEW due to like me being limited to it, but I do try to catch what I can. And I thought that this was a great fit for Swerve, because again, here's a guy that AEW is trying to make one of their top dudes. Why not pair him off with guys who were top guys in another company? Mm-hmm. One of them being a former champion, a former world champion. And you put them under the learning tree, for lack of a better term, of the new level, and you just help them get to that new level, pun intended.
Pun intended. And I got to give mad props to Swerve as well, for those that got to watch All in London, or even just saw some clips on X or something like that. A little nod being thrown to Big E in the ring jacket he came out in. Mm-hmm. Very reminiscent of how Big E would come out with them. Mm-hmm. So huge props to creative on that respect for that little subtle nod. And before we move on from this here, I just want to give a huge congratulations to Britt Baker as well, who did make her return to AEW. The doctor is back in the house, and I am okay with that. Very happy that she has made her way back and returned. Britt Baker actually had come back, and she had helped cause a title to change. So she was the help in that situation, but all of you can be the help in this situation.
A Turnbuckle affiliation program is looking for more people. If you have passion level for pro wrestling, sports, video games, or something else, then Turnbuckle Studios is the place to be. If you have ever wanted to pursue content creation and want to join our team, then we would love to have you. Check out turnbucklestudios.org or contact us by email today, because your future is now, and we want you to tap in.
And once again, ladies and gentlemen, turnbucklestudios.org is your home for the Turnbuckle Affiliation Program. If you have ever wanted your break in podcasting, content creation, or to just help us out behind the scenes, hit that join button. Send us your credentials via email. Tell us how you can help us, how you believe we can help you. We will sit down as a collective and find the right fit. All of that and so much more. turnbucklestudios.org.
We've come to the point now where we have our showstopper segment. And for me, I put this one together because I wanted to ensure that we put a shine onto not only the situation, but the person as well. If you were able to see the graphic that we had at the very beginning or leading up to today, we are talking about Nattie Neidhart. Now, she has come out to say with Soundsphere magazine, she's got a desire. She has a burning desire to be able to do more. Not just necessarily inside of the ring. I'm going to read the quote here for you guys. And then we'll talk about this and see what you guys think as well. She says, Bully Ray, or Bubba Dudley, he had said to me, Nattie, you've already paid your dues. Why do you keep paying them? To which Nattie says, because the rent's always due. There's never going to be a moment, as long as I'm an active wrestler, that I am not going to be paying my dues. She says, I don't want to just be a wrestler in the WWE. I want to be everything. I want to be behind the camera. I want to be working with the girls. I want to be working with the guys. I want to be writing promos, directing, creating, producing. I see myself building stories far, far, far beyond what I'm doing in the ring. What a powerful conviction coming from Nattie there, saying that she doesn't just want to be a wrestler, but that she wants to be able to have her hand in everything. We're going to talk a little bit about this quote that I gave here first, guys, before we talk about anything else that Nattie does as well. But what are your guys' thoughts? I'm going to start, Mr. Best, with you on that quote itself.
That quote alone is the mark of someone who absolutely loves the sport. And I'm going to say it again, the sport of wrestling, because it's not just the love of what you do in the ring or around the ring. It's what you do backstage. It's how you help others out. It's how you do the promos, do the producing, and helping other wrestlers out. You do it because you love the sport. And Nattie's passion always, always, always comes through every time I see her on that screen. You can tell she has a deep, deep, deep love and passion, far beyond the passion that I would dare say that we all have for the sport of wrestling, because this woman will bend over backwards for anything the WWE would like her to do.
Yes, you look at this and she is epitomizing what a true wrestler should be. And already, yes, she wants to be in the creative. She wants to direct. She wants to be behind the camera. She wants to write the promos and give back. And that is what every wrestler needs to aspire to do. When you're learning in match one, go in there with a tentative idea, but pitch it. It might not fly yet, but there's somebody there that's going to be able to work with you. They might be able to work with it. It might go to somebody else. But as long as you're putting that in, you're giving back.
Mm-hmm.
And that is one thing we are always taught. Do not be afraid to have your voice heard. So I love this for Nattie. And maybe, I know part of it is the graphic for this and her outfits, but has Nattie become the new gold standard for what wrestling should be?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her match on Sunday is proof enough there.
So OM Dynamic, we were talking a little bit before we came on, and you had mentioned something here about Nattie that honestly I was not aware of, but I think is very good for maybe everybody to know. What was that information that you had given me?
So as we all know, Nattie has reopened the dungeon, the famous Heart Dungeon, but she does not charge anybody to come in and train.
Okay.
I've read an article and I actually tried to find it again before the show. But she says when Jacob Fatu comes in to train, I don't charge him. I want him to come in and be himself. When Maxine comes in to train, I want her to come in and be herself. Doesn't matter who it is. They get to come in, be themselves, show the other wrestlers, the up-and-comers, what to do, help them out, teach. That's how you pay.
Wow. Best, what do you think about something like that?
I mean, I absolutely love that about her. Like, why not? Like, she's training all the new up and comers. Why not use the connections that she has in the WWE with a guy like, as OMD mentioned, a guy like Jacob Fatu? You could even bring in like a guy like Kevin Owens, right? You can have him come in for free to help the new and up and coming wrestlers, to teach them how to work in the business while still being hurt, like Kevin Owens had to do over the last like year and a half or whatever. I love that she's doing this. She's using her connections to help bolster the confidence of the new up and coming wrestlers that we are probably going to see on our screens within the next 5 to 10 years.
Yep. And you know what? I mean, as much as we're shining a light on Nattie here, and deservedly so, there's an unsung hero in all of this, because her husband, TJ Wilson, the former Tyson Kidd, transitioned after his neck injury into becoming this backstage producer, this backstage agent. He must be passing on some of what he has learned over doing all of this to Nattie to really help accelerate this and fuel this drive.
So now, do you guys think that more opportunities to write and develop stories should be given to professional wrestlers?
I do.
So just willy-nilly, we throw out, hey, anybody that wants to can do this?
No, not willy-nilly. I said it earlier. I think that they need to approach with ideas. Get it out there. It might go to another wrestler. But if you put that idea out there, you can say, well, okay, now I'm seeing what I can do. My vision is coming to life. But how can I get something like this back to myself? So that, because we know there's a creative team, but I think the wrestlers need to be a little bit more involved in that creativity.
Okay.
I would say yes, but with a caveat. Do a slow transition from moving out of the ring to that backstage position, like Bobby Roode had done, right? Because he was still wrestling while still producing. He was being eased into that position. I wouldn't say hand the writing over to anybody willy-nilly, because I do believe that, as I've seen on the corporate WWE website, they're always looking for writers, but you have to have that experience in screenwriting. And I think that there should be some sort of a training transition to allow those wrestlers to come over. But if there's somebody that's a little more experienced in that, then I would take the guy who's a little more experienced in that and who is still knowledgeable in the WWE, AEW, TNA, pro wrestling product as a whole.
I agree to a point. So I think that it should not just be fully given per se, but more or less a situation of putting it out there to everyone and saying, listen, we are having these days and these times where we are influencing and teaching writing and story development. If this is something that you are interested in and would like to learn more about this, please contact me and we can set something up.
Yeah.
I think that, for me anyways, I think that would definitely be the better way to go about things. So it's still giving opportunities to all of these superstars that want the opportunity to learn writing and story development, that can learn it from those that are there doing it already and be able to solidify themselves as maybe the next that can come in once their career is starting to wind down.
Yeah, and that just solidifies the one thing I learned when I was going through training to get in the ring. Your training never finishes. You're always learning in the business.
Now, do you guys feel that this is a good move? Do you feel that the WWE should be taking this opportunity to allow Nattie to do more of these things?
I would say put her in a producer role, because she would understand the psychology of wrestling. She would understand like the story behind every move as I mean, she was the only woman who grew up and graduated Stu Hart's dungeon, and Stu Hart was a keen
Hard-nosed,
explainer,
yeah.
a hard-nosed explainer on
Yeah.
why we were doing that move. Why was that move being executed? What did that move do to that opponent that we're telling the story of in the match?
Yeah.
I'm
He
going
was
to
a
say,
stickler.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we're seeing it already. We've seen it as she really developed the Nattie character when she went to Bloodsport.
Right.
When she went and brought this character to AAA before bringing it to Raw and now to NXT. So I think that maybe you utilize NXT as that graduation process for creative, for production, as well as in-ring, as we just saw with that match on Sunday, as well as what she has been doing over the last couple of months in NXT.
And believe me, even as a male wrestler, if you're there, if you see Nattie walking down the hall, pick her brain, because she's got a plethora of in-ring knowledge that she could show you.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for being here. This was absolutely amazing. While we didn't have a lot of topics to go over, we made the best of what we had, as we always do. Once again, I want to make sure that everybody knows about Dubby, our new partnership with Dubby at Dubby.gg. Use the promo code TB Studios to save yourself some money. Zero sugars, maltodextrin, zero maltodextrin filler, artificial colors or dyes, no hidden ingredients. It is gluten-free. You're looking at drinks coming out to be about $1 per drink, which is much, much less than going and grabbing a Starbucks or one of those canned energy drinks. For you, again, on the screen, it shows, use the code TV Studios for that 10% off at Dubby.gg. You save money. We get a slight kickback that goes back into the programming here, as it does for everything, including our merch and with Dubby. Guys, this has been great. Thank you so much. I want to make sure that everybody checks us out at turnbucklestudios.org. That is the place to find everything having to do with not only these two guys, but myself, Chris Parrish, Bubba Duke, and Logan Thompson. Yes, we continue to grow. We've got a push going on right now. If you like and enjoy what you are hearing and seeing, please make sure you tell your friends to go and follow us on YouTube at Turnbuckle_Studios. We currently have 241 subscribers. We would love to make it to that 300 mark by the year's end. So please, if you enjoy what you see, share us out, tell your friends, make sure that everybody knows about Turnbuckle Studios and everything that we have going on here with the program. For Chris Best, for OM Dynamic, and for myself, Carl Carafel, remember, everyone, the world's a scary place. Take care of each other.
Flagship show setting the tone. In the world of wrestling we stand alone. With news and reviews we lead the way. Turnbuckle Talk every day. Turnbuckle Talk every day.